Welcome back to Coolass Saturday. I'm TJCoolass. I have friends in the building, and you are listening to WRBA1075 FM, broadcasting live 54 countries, but you knew that already. Um, Last month, LeBron James, the governor of California, signed a bill that will now let college athletes get paid.
Oh yeah.
And to me, that was a big story that didn't get enough publicity because the NCAA is a $1 billion industry and has been since they've been around. And no college players have ever benefited from the NCAA monetary wise. So now signing this bill gives them they can get paid for someone using their name, someone using their likeness. They can get paid for their independent things they want to do, like a lot of social media stuff. Now they can sign autographs and they can get paid for those autographs. I remember it was a story a while ago where some college football players had got a discount from their tattoos. They got discounted tattoos, and they ended up getting kicked out for the rest of the season because they broke an NCAA rule. Now, there will be no problem. But the only plot twist to that is that it is only in California right now. So if you are an athlete or if you have a son or a daughter that's an athlete on the West Coast, oh man, it is time. Now that goes back to what I was talking about earlier about owning your own business, being an entrepreneur. That is a great way to start your brand. That's a great way to monetize off your name, your likeness. Oh man. Hey, Gay, that was a big reason why the NCAA football game had to come off the shelves because that game was making a lot of money, and half of those players on that game was eating ramen noodles every night, but yet they're making billions and millions of dollars off this game, or the athletes weren't getting no money from it. So they took it off the shelf, and I guarantee it's gonna be right back on the shelf in the next couple years. Now that they know that they can get paid, you know, from their name, their likeness, and any other business venture that you want to do. And it took a big name like LeBron James to come out and to back it up.
LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron James, if you know, LeBron James did not go to college. LeBron James was one of those athletes who went from high school right into the NBA because he knew that coming out he was the biggest name in the world. And he knew if he went to a university or a college, him and his mom, who lived in the projects at the time, they would not have benefited from that business using LeBron James' name. And he knew that. And whoever was his business team or his agent at the time, they knew that too. So he made the decision to go right to the NBA, to where it all worked out for him. Now LeBron James is living where? On the West Coast. Whereas LeBron James' kids
Got a spot in Miami too.
on the West Coast. LeBron James' kids themselves will make a lot of money before they even go to the NBA, just because of this new law that just got passed in California. LeBron James is ahead of the game, and I hope that all the other states can follow suit, which I think they will, because there's no way they're not gonna follow through with this one. If they don't, you're gonna see California colleges overcrowded and overloaded. So they will kind of, trickle down and trickle down to the other states. But I thought that was a huge move, man, that college athletes now get to get paid from their name, basically, and their likeness. They want to get used, in a magazine, want to get used on Instagram or social media. Now they can do that with no problem. Only if you go to school in California. Shout out to LeBron James, a huge pioneer in a lot. He's done a lot. Built schools, opened schools, helped families all around the world. He's been an advocate, outspoken on police brutality and a lot of stuff that's going on around the world. That was a big move from LeBron. And I know a lot of people was backing Jordan. Like, man, what has Jordan done for the game? LeBron James being his big name, has done a lot in his time you know, in the NBA and outside the NBA. And now a lot of people are looking at Jordan like, okay, you up next, buddy. What's next for you? And there go Michael Jordan open up a clinic in Chicago, a clinic for the underprivileged families and communities out in Chicago. So he answered the call and he did his job. I think that's a huge thing moving forward for athletes setting the bar like that. Like getting bills passed, building clinics for underprivileged families and communities. That's a big thing. And all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to start the conversation. All it takes is one person to move the needle, and then kind of everything and everybody else is going to follow. It's very important that we have followers in this world, because in a world full of leaders, nobody will follow, and then we'll never have leaders again. So it's very important that we have followers in this world. And don't be afraid to follow somebody who's doing great. Don't be afraid to follow somebody who's doing what you're doing or want to do. That'd be a great way to get started. So big shout out to LeBron James. I haven't talked about this yet, but a big shout out for him. And Michael Jordan too as well. We know he just we just know him for selling shoes and playing basketball. So now he's kind of give back to the community and stuff like that. And I think that LeBron James passing that bill on his show gonna open up a lot of doors for a lot of college athletes, a lot of college families. A lot of these athletes go through these programs and get used. These coaches make millions of dollars on the D1 level. They get used, and after college, that's it for them. So this would be a good thing moving forward for not just California, but for the United States, seeing this and hopefully using it as an example. So rest of the country, get ready, man. Get ready. If you are a parent and your child wants to get into college athletes, this would be a college sports. This would be a good time for them, because you can make money in college as an athlete now. Thank you, LeBron James, and thank you, NCAA. WRBA1075.com. We'll be right back.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.